Where's the 10? Huh. Interesting. Good morning. I'm so sleepy, but good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Juneteenth. I am putting these clips inside the jar because they will fly everywhere if I don't. They're like way behind the like they're so behind the sewing machine. Okay. Good morning. Oh yeah, I just wanted to go on briefly and talk about how my experience was yesterday. I mean, well, this week, and just to say happy Monday. I'm back. I'm a little tired, sluggish, but that's about it. Um, Awesome Con was everything that its name says, awesome. Um, Although it was its 10th anniversary and it did have a slew full of big name celebrities, it wasn't as busy to me as last year or the year before. But with that being said, I exceeded my goal from last year and the year before. It's the most I've ever made in this particular event. Um, I came in with a little over 100 bags. The reason why I say that is some of like some little coin cards, like little card slots and stuff like that I brought, and I never count those into my grand total. Those are just mostly out just in case somebody doesn't have a whole lot of money, but they still want to support me and have something that I made, like something that are $10 or $20 is feasible for people. Um, Arnetta was there, so she seen one of them get picked up. Oddly enough, the little mini rosies that we just did a tutorial on what last week or the week before, I brought about 15 of them and I only came home with one. So that is some research for you if you're doing any conventions, sewing things. There's so many different ways you can go about selling your merchandise. I met a lot of other great bag sewers there, and none of them are on Facebook, which is the most intriguing and actually refreshing thing. They don't have YouTube channels; they just sell. There's one person that came in from she makes saddles for horses, and then one day she started dabbling into saddle bags for people. People were asking, can they get a matching bag to match their saddle for the horse, and that's a huge thing, especially in pageantry. Like there's a whole pageant horse riding genre I had no idea about until the other day when I asked my friend and she was like, oh my god, that is a thing out here in Texas. So she dabbled in that, and she only works with like leather and cork. She does not work with any other fabrics. Her linings of her fabric is Cordura, which is very similar to our waterproof canvas, except um, it's rated differently, like 600, 800, and so forth. So I got to talk to her for a while, and I learned a lot of interesting stuff with her. So she had more of like a Renaissance leathers at her station, and she sold really well too. She had a 10 by 10 area. That is my goal for next year. Um, yeah, she's been sewing bags for like 7 years, 8 years, and it was just interesting listening to somebody else in this bag making community that actually is not a part of the bag community, like per se, where she doesn't watch YouTube tutorials on bag making. She watches true crime, so we exchange true crime YouTubers that we like, and telephone numbers. But she got into bag making because she makes saddlebags, and her clients that she makes saddlebags for were inquiring about bags, and her bags were exquisite. She did very well too. And then I met another person that is like not a I don't want to say cosplay, like theater. She makes dresses. She started off making like dresses for Othello for a high school musical, and then she got picked up by some colleges to do some theater work, and then she got picked up by bigger houses that are out throughout Maryland and DC to do you know, like corsets and whatever from that standpoint, people would meet her after the play, and they were like, your work is absolutely gorgeous. The satchel that you had for this bag, like, or the drawstring you have for this bag, by any chance do you make it? And that's what opened up her world to bag making. She makes all her own bag patterns. She does not sell her bag patterns. They're exclusively hers for her selling her bags. And it was just really cool walking in and speaking to other people. The one that does the theater work, when she was talking to me about sublimation, I was telling her that I'm interested in buying a sublimation machine. That was my main toy or main thing I wanted to buy for my business after AwesomeCon. And I told her the reason why, that a lot of our fabric companies are slowly dwindling down. There are companies that are going out of business for nefarious reasons, but there's a lot more of companies going away because they're focusing on a new hobby, which I respect. Art is art. They're like Twisted Needle Textile. I told you guys last month or the month before, she was leaving because she's going to work on her photography. And I respect Tabitha enough to know that, that's pretty big. She did wind up selling the company to a new person, but she's moving on to greener pastures and something that she is passionate about. And that's the one thing I always encourage: do things that make you happy. The moment it doesn't, you may need to take a break or walk away for a moment to figure out, does this truly make you happy? Is it stressful? What is this to you? So you can better do it. So I talked to these people and they were amazing. It was busy. Talking bags, like I said, I had roughly a little over 100 bags, and I came home with under 24, which is really cool. I came in with 3 humongous bins, and I left with 1 bin being full, mostly just not, I don't want to say blankets, tablecloths. I use tablecloths at the end of the night to clip up my area to show that we're not in service and that's closed down, and that's it. So we were able to like literally pack up and leave in less than 15 minutes. But I don't have an overly complicated stand. I'm hoping to improve on that after this next convention into 18 days. So for the next 18 days, you guys are going to see me be a hot, like fun, chaotic mess. This next con I go to has been around longer than I've been alive. And the people that, that started the con are still there. They're head chairs, and it's an amazing atmosphere to be in. So I had fun. I did not sell Han Solo, but it was every other bag that I made either last minute or whatever sold. The bag that sold the most is the Catalina. Then the second was the Dina wallet and the Nettie wallet, the Ojima Celine. I made a couple of Celine bags from Celine is a try and true for me for I can make anything bag out of Celine and whatever. The Brooklyn Harry Potter went away. And if you follow me on my business page at Nova's Knits on Facebook, you will see the person say, yeah, the bag went home with me. So there was that. That was funny. All different genres got picked up. The things I thought wouldn't did, and vice versa. You never know at these. This is why I do a booklet and I do tallies, because what you think people want may not be it. Lauren Mormino made this really great color purple TARDIS print. I only had like a yard, and I think I have like maybe a fat half of it left. Everything that I made with that bag sold. Because Jodie Whittaker was there. She was the previous doctor. And a lot of feminine people were like, I only see blues for Doctor Who, and the fact that this is purple, I want it. A lot of my Star Trek Betty Bowlers and cork went. So yeah, the cork was flying off the shelves. This is one of the reasons why I also love cork, besides it being just a beautiful product, and the way it's harvested is absolutely gorgeous. People really respond to it because the texture, the smoothness, like the Jack. My other bag that sold a lot was the Tuesday tote. I don't know. I know you guys seen the Jack one that I made, but I made a couple other different Tuesday totes, and those were selling like hotcakes. I'm talking about even the simple one that doesn't have any add-ons, because I made a couple of those just to see what people's reactions were, and they loved them. I actually seen a couple of our fellow bag makers' bags in the wild. I seen a lot of mine from the beginning of AwesomeCon when I first started 6 years ago, and it's like, Holy moly. There was one lady who bought a Rocky Horror bag from me 6 years ago, and she's like, "Hey, can you help me out? I have my bag." She pulls out her husband pulls the bag out of her the backpack, and I'm like, she smashed the heck out of this bag. No worries, it was two-door from So Sweetness, so it's made with foam and it was cotton. The bag, it's a little it's been loved, but her cat got to a strap and destroyed it. And the thing is they forgot my card information. They misplaced the card, so they've been looking at for me in the last 3 conventions went to this year, because they know I do it. And as soon as they see me, they ran to the table with enthusiasm. And I was like, yes, I could fix this. If you $10 for the black vinyl, and $5 for the hardware, and $10 to ship it back off to you. And they're like, oh my God, that's more than fair. So I plan on taking all her straps off of her bags, because one strap is just barely making it, and then trying to clean and flat dry her fabric so it can come back to life, because there's vinyl on the side. So I'm just gonna spot wash the 2 front panels to get it more back to vibrant, and then put the handles and ship it off to her. But that the reason why I'm bringing this up is I think one of the reasons why um, I think I do well is not because I'm the best bag maker. I think it has a big part of good customer service. I don't like anything that doesn't have a good customer service. You can have the best camera in the world, but if the people are not there to answer your questions, it's for nothing. You can have the best car in the world, but if they're like, we'll get back to you, and not trying to be responsive, it's for nothing. Customer service means absolutely everything to me. And I implement that in my day to day. So I'm repairing it, I'm going to get it back, and they're going to be lifetime customers. They already messaged me like, hey, do you have any more? Is there a way you can make me a drawstring bag? And just, I'll pay you whatever. Let me know. And if you can mail it with the other one. So many other people like that. I had people at my table like, look, I bought this from Shinova 4 years ago. And then they would like, oh my God, it looks amazing. And then they will buy it from me. It's just customer service. Make that your stepping stone. And I know I hear people like, oh, I only give 6 months, or I only give a year. If you want a client that stays with you for the lifetime of your business, have a lifetime of customer service. It goes hand in hand. Happy Juneteenth, yes. So, let me look at some of these. Good morning. My 18 days, Teresa. 18 days. I did not plan this out well. And I'm trying to bring 5 pieces that could stick in the art show. So Shore Leaf is a different con, because again, it was founded in Maryland, in Hunts Valley, and it was one of the original Star Trek conventions. The people that were there, like, I think it's been running for 45 or 46 years now, older than me. And they started it, and they'll bring different people to come, different Star Trek or anything space. They've had Warehouse 13. They've had so many different actors there. And they'll come, and it's all local vendors within Maryland, and it's wonderful. Like, first year to be like, I'm not gonna make it like I do AwesomeCon. There's been a handful of times that I made more money than I'm at that small convention than any other ones. It's a heavy hitter for me because it's more art related. Like, I could put 5 bags into the art show and people secretly bid on it. And whoever the winner is on Friday, they get the bag. The payment clears. It takes about a month for you to get your payment, but it's always fun. And I have this Moon Knight from Marvel that is stuck in my head. That's leather, and I am going to see if I can do this. I think I can. I also plan on making a mini hitchhiker, but making it Princess Leia. So I have 2 other ideas. I just haven't panned them out yet. And then I have to make some bags because I'm really low on some inventory. I have some here that are great, like little fillers, but I need to up some game. So I'm going to me and Tuesday Totes are about to be like BFFs, like no one even knows. I always bring 1 or 2 big bags. The Mercury bag, that was a Ghibli, that was that sold. A bigger bag somehow sell for me in the convention. I just hate bringing them because it takes up so much space. So um I'm waiting for I'm really excited for the second one. So I will be on my hustle um a lot the next 18 days. The That one's really easy for me because I don't necessarily have to stay at a hotel because it's like a 30-minute drive in and 30 minutes out. And it's not like you're going through a mile of a convention center. It's at this really nice hotel. You just pop out and you could go home. And it's the weekend, so there's hardly no traffic. So, but yes, and Hope was her first time vending at her first full convention, and she did a really good job. She's pretty funny, and she really enjoyed it. We mostly wanted her to go because she's an introvert, but like she doesn't like to do things because she's introverted. So she doesn't like to stay at hotels or she doesn't like to be around a lot of strangers. And the best way I was able to submerge her because she's still young was this, and she had a blast. She was like listening to the people with Pride Alley, listening to anti-bullying. There was like so many things at AwesomeCon, like the Boy Scouts for this cause and Star Wars people for helping keeping the yard. So like she got to hear all these different people and she realized that she fits in. That's the beautiful thing about AwesomeCon. There's not a person that doesn't fit in. There's something that you like that AwesomeCon is going to provide. I did not get my picture of Billy D. Williams like I wanted. I'm still mad about that. So I was going to make all my aunts and my grandmas like grandparents like, what? Yeah, I got a picture of Billy D. Williams. No, I did not sell that one yet. That was in my I did not sell that one. I was going to bring that to the next con. I have a bin where I was going to have separated like what con like for each con, and I have that one ready to sell. I do have a lot of people interested in it. So I don't know if I might just put that one on Etsy and just sell it, or because I have a couple people that have messaged me saying that they want that bag. And I'm all that makes me do is should I make another bag that has spikes on it? But I really like the way that that bag looks. So that it's like it's something. The reason why I think I liked it, it's not what I typically go for color schemes or details. It is so much. But the more I thought about it about Jack Skeleton, he's beautiful chaos. So it suits that fandom perfectly. Good morning. Yes, and I got to see Miss Arnetta, and it was so funny because she was a hoot. Like I am super happy that she came because it was like okay, I could talk to someone that knows me, not someone that's like, "What's in this bag? How long did it take? What materials did you use?" Like she already knows everything, so it was like, yay, woo. But it's crazy. It's a really fun experience. If you ever have a chance to go to a convention center in your area, I say go for it. And if you have a person that's like geek out on a lot of fandoms, like you're like, yes, I do love Nightmare Before Christmas, obviously. Like I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I love all Tim Burton. You might find if you go there, you'll find people will like-minded, and you might want to sell there. You never know. It's just something that I think everyone should experience. Thank you, Eve. No, I did not message you because Han Solo did not sell. That was the only big ticket item that did not sell. All the other big ticket items sold. Um, Everyone loved it. It was just more of how big it is. And that's what I realized that I'm going to make another one, but I'm going to do what I originally said, Princess Leia. In the Hitchhiker design, there's two pattern size. Um, there's a large, the one that's the Han Solo, and there's a small. I have never made the small. So I might actually make that this weekend coming up. Cut it all out on Friday. But there's a bag that me and Arnetta were talking about that could be like the Hitchhiker bag, the new Country Cow bag. It just would need modifications. It's the same boxy suitcase look. So yeah, I think that's the thing is that figuring out your own modifications or sketching out something so that you can have something to reference to when you're making a bag. Good morning. So yeah, it was a really, really, really fun time. I have no complaints. The new lighting that I had in there, I like too. I bought a new lighting that's motion activated, but it is battery powered and it lasts all weekend. I only bought one to test it out because it's like $19 and I'm cheap. So I'm going to actually buy the other two so that way I can have one in the front and to the two sides. I'm also thinking about investing in these chairs. There was two neighbors that I had beside me that they both had like these really tall chairs. They kind of look like director chairs, except there's tons of padding. And this is not the first time I've seen these chairs. I've seen it within the last 5 years by sitting by different people. And the reason why people get these chairs is that they can have the bigger cages like I do, and they're sitting higher up so people see their face, so they're able to talk to them without someone looking down to see you. Um, Much like if you do look at the video that Lauren and me made together talking about conventions or craft shows, you need to be interactive with people. If you're not, people will not stand up and talk to you or they'll just walk past your booth. So something like that where you get a chair that sits a little bit higher than your table can help if you're a person that can't stand for hours out of the day. Because trust me, there's a lot of standing, a lot of standing at these conventions. Oh my god, did it go great? I'm so happy to hear that. First of all, there's a Juneteenth event. I was looking to see if there was any in my area, but at all of them were like yesterday and today, so there was no way I was going to be able to go to it. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Oh, thank you. I think everyone can do this. I honestly believe you can. It's hard. It's hard, especially I'm a person that I don't like to talk to people in real life. um, I like to just stay in my little bubble, but I believe in giving things a chance. Just like with what Sandra had, we did the retreat. Um, it was kind of amazing because I met Christine. I got to meet Nicole from New Moxie. I met Nicole previously, but I got to spend like 3 days with her. And I've you guys, I seriously don't fall asleep on New Moxie. I'm gonna tell you this, and I solemnly swear I am not fabricating. My first bag that sold was the Powerpuff Girls. Then somebody came over and was like, I walked by your booth and you had the Powerpuff Girls. Where is it? I only made one. I have to go order pulls from New Moxie. Nicole's bag was the first. Her bag fabric and her zipper pulls threw people into wanting that bag. It was a zippy bag that I made from Sally Tomato. That bag literally takes you like 20, maybe 30 minutes to make. It has no interfacing. It's just cotton. That's it. That's it. And people love the fact that there was, four zippers and they have two that are like, your individual one in the back and then one zipper as your main compartment. And they loved it. Um, and I had people asking for me for it after that because what happened is they scanned my QR code and they followed me on Instagram and I had a story with me making the bag or whatever and they were like, "Where's that bag?" So it's something very simplistic, but shows your fandom and it works out. So again, it's hard to go outside of our box. I get that, but I think anyone can do this. Start small. Start at craft shows, farmers market, Renaissance fairs, believe it or not, are always looking for vendors that are bag makers. They're always looking. I was talking to somebody, one of the face painters to the one here in Maryland was like, your bags will do really well. Here's my card. I'm one of the people that like coordinate all the vendors. Please, please, please reach out to me. And you just start different things. If you're more into like whimsical and mushrooms and stuff like that, you might want to look at the fairy fair, which is really cute. It's like a whole bunch of, it's just like everybody's a little fairies. And when they show like the little toddler girls as fairies with little elf ears, I lose my stuff. That's when I think kids are cute. That's so good. I'm so glad it went well for you. That's awesome. Yes, and I mean, you guys, if you're going to Tennessee, which I hope some of you guys are going to, So Magical Tennessee, because I'm going to live vicariously through you. I'm already jealous of you because they have the most vendors that they've ever had in any show. And when you see the pictures for that facility, it looks absolutely gorgeous, as well as there's like really cool food trucks outside and everything. New Moxie will be there. So stop by at our booth. Nicole is really cool. And then you have the opportunity to see her storefront, because when I went to her, I've ordered before from her when I went to the first So Magical for Me for Florida. But when I stepped into her store and I was able to see that she had Star Trek pools and she had like Transformer pools and all these, I was like, wait, I didn't see these on your website. And all the color, different hardware rivets, like you can get pink hardware with pink rivets and pink purse feet and a pink handmade tag. I'm just like, what? Because I normally have to grab different locations to get stuff and the colors may not match. Um, so there's that. So I had fun at the retreat. I had fun. I'm like this. My summer has been nothing but fun so far. I had a lot of fun at this this awesome con, seeing some really cool cosplays. I got to see Hope come out of her little baby shell and take pictures with people with cosplays and enjoy all the things, buying from her first vendor, from that, that is not a big store, that it's a person that works from home like me and makes really cool stuff. And she enjoyed it and she really loved the hotel. We love the hotel except for the Wi-Fi and cellular service. Now, you had free Wi-Fi through the company, through the what's like your last name plus your room number. It just kept cutting off, and they were just like, oh, it could be because it's high winds. I couldn't call Kendall for, like, I tried to call him for hours. We couldn't text, we couldn't open up our computers and do anything. So we're just like, okay, well, yeah, that sucks. Other than that, the hotel was absolutely glorious in all its beauty. But yeah, man, that Wi-Fi and cellular, it's like they were in Narnia. And the thing is, they were literally 2 blocks away from the convention center. So it made no sense. It made no sense. I'm at 20 minutes. I was just like, it's not a long bag. I feel like people will take longer to put together a pouch than the zippy thing because it's literally no interfacing. It's just I'll put it like this: it takes longer to cut out than to make. Or I'll give you a better one. The first one I did, someone advised me that the camera was off, and I guess I didn't see it during editing the whole time. So I deleted that. I immediately cut it out and I redid it like right then and there. Like it took me less than an hour to get everything all set up and an hour to film. It's a one, and then once you're not filming or anything like that, you can just kind of pump those bad boys out. Yes, you're going through 4 zipper pulls, but there's no like zippered pocket inside the main one. They're all individual pockets and they stack up. And so I like the way that looks. I wish I was going to Tennessee too. Trust me. I will be at Florida. I bought my Florida ticket last night. I'm looking at hotels now. I can't afford Gaylord, so I'm not gonna even pretend. So, last time when I have friends that stay there, and it's an absolutely gorgeous hotel. Absolute, and the rooms are beautiful. I just can't afford that. I did stay off a place that was like a half a mile away, like kid you not, a half a mile away, and the cost for the 3 nights that I was gonna stay there was like not one night at the Gaylord still costs more. So I was like, yay. I only need it for the shower and bed. I did have instant regrets though the first night, but it went away really quickly. So when I went into my room, I was like on the 4th floor. And when I went into there was a whole bunch of barefoot soccer players and they were from Venezuela. They're like, we play football. Right. And I'm like, oh crap, right. This is gonna suck. They even I don't know what the soundproofing in that room is because I'm a light sleeper. I didn't hear anything. And apparently they were playing football and like drinking because they just won a game or something. And I was like, well, I guess I don't care. But at first I walked in and I was like, Kendall, there's like a slew full of football players up and down the hall, kicking balls, drinking some beers, and like celebrating their win. And she was like, it'll die down, it'll die down. I was like, I'm going to be that person that'll be like, can you please change my room to a different floor? But I didn't hear anything, not one thing. Yes, I couldn't do anything, Mickey, without Kindle. Kindle's like, he's my rock. I know, I'm hoping they do too, but I feel they already they announced what expos they're having for the 24th, in case you haven't seen Kayla's video. So there are only two locations for the expos next year. On the 24th will be Tennessee. And that's how well you know Tennessee is going to do because they already have it on the map that Tennessee, they're going back. Tennessee and Florida. Florida is their home base. Now they're going to have so magical events throughout the year. We don't know where they are. If they have a Sobagical in Louisiana, I might go because I just want to eat good and sew, and I'll be happy. I did want to go to the one that they have that's going to have so many creations, Clume House. Because like I Jessica's an awesome person from so many creations. She is a one of the best teachers I know. Um, but Clume House, I've been following her for a while. I have a lot. I think I have every one of her patterns. She kind of goes into that country cow, Georgia Girl Stitch, noodle head aesthetic, where she teaches you how to work with wax canvas and how to make bags that have leather handles or leather features, but your bag is super domestic friendly. She also sews all of her bags on a Singer heavy duty, the gray one that you get at Joann's, and she swears by it. Like her videos will tell you what tension setting, what foot you should use, whatever. She's a phenomenal teacher. Before she created Clume House, she made bags for a living in Philadelphia, that she would make messenger bags for paperwork. So, and I know this may not be in every state, but out here in Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland, Delaware area, not so much Virginia, people still do like give blueprints or contracts to bikers. That's why there's movies out there about this. They go like because it's easier in New York to do for a biker to pedal their bike to a location than it is for them to get in the car or to walk. It's like a serious thing. It's like there's competitions for the best, and she did it for a big company and she left the company and decided to create her own bag patterns. So if Clume House is KLUM, she's going to be one of the people at So Magical. I think it's the one that's in St. Louis with Mormino. I think you need to just go to So Magical and you can be able to find it. I wanted to go to that one because I wanted to meet her in person because I've watched all her videos. She's very knowledgeable, and I just want to meet her. Just like the moment I can meet Georgia Girl Stitch, I'm probably gonna like hug her like I've known her for like a million years because I've been such a huge fan of her work for so long. Same with like Joe and Adam. Can't you step foot in U.S. territory? Best believe I'll be there hugging you guys. They're amazing. So I love people that can give you where you can sew things on your domestic machines and give you like couture bags, and that they scream that. Like go through any of Anne's from Noodlehead's bag. She's selling it on a domestic machine. Tell me they don't look more professional than bags that you don't see in boutiques or high-end stores. Her bags are on point. They prove time and time again, it's just patience, skills make progression. And I absolutely love all these designers. So that she will be there. And I was really excited to see her come to So Magical because that means that more people will get to know this wonderful artist. And she's funny. And she'll be like, let's whack the S out of this. Like how I learned how to set tubular rivets was from her. And this is when I tell you in videos that yes, in videos I use my press, but when I'm not in a video, I have my anvil out and I am whacking things, peening tools, everything. I love setting things by hand. It's weirdly gets out your aggression and it's satisfying. I know. I heard that they're gonna. I heard Mickey. I think she said that they're gonna have a So Magical in Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. Which I feel like That will be a fun one because there's so much more goes and is allowed in Vegas than any other state or any other city. Yes, Lynette, you'll definitely see me in Florida. They're going to be announcing the teacher stuff. Well, I'm already announced as a teacher, but like telling you, giving you when you're going to order, when you can set up your classes and everything like that. I think probably after Tennessee. I know, Leslie, you gotta, if you hear, there are so many people that have so many exclusive, if there's some exclusive stuff, you need to message me. I send you the monies and you get it. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody's like, oh, I'll have something exclusively. And I'm like, I really want it. Like, I'm gonna say this wrong. Fandera, they're they do custom hardware too. They're gonna have a box of Zelda fabric, hardware, magnet pulls exclusively to Tennessee. It's like they want me to drive down there and not have a hotel or something. Like, don't do nerdy hardware exclusive. You know, I get FOMO. I'm not gonna lie, I get it. It's something I have. I'm constantly working on it. I know Kendall wanted to go to Florida too. The way we're doing it now is I'm flying in on Friday and I'm not flying out until Monday because Monday I'm I'm going to go to Disney World. It's happening. It's happening. I'm okay with it. I'll be sleepy on the plane when I get home. It'll be worth it because I went to Disney World. I don't know what part of the theme park I'm going to yet because I know I can't conquer it. I'm either going to Disney or I'm going to go to Harry Potter. I haven't decided yet. I'm just going to leave it to whatever I feel would be best. Hi, let's see. Yes, I'm gonna go to Disney because originally I was gonna fly in on Thursday and go to Disney and then just be apart Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, fly back out. But all the tickets were cheaper when you fly out on Monday, so we just moved around the date so that way I'll just go to Disney on Monday. No, Kendall won't go. Everything we had got wiped out with Loki's 3 surgeries. No regrets, but I will be there. And hopefully he'll be able to come to the next one or you never know, Tennessee 2024 because I'm as much as I love going to Florida, I do want to see the Tennessee one. So as soon as they showed Tennessee, I was like, okay, they're going to be back, so maybe I'll go to that one next year and get the barbecue. If and Arnetta and Christine and Sandra can get a test. That's the first thing I want to do is eat food when I go there. Kindle. I know, but it's also there's just like a ton. There's so much little things going on in our life that it's easier for him just to be here with the 3 kids, the pups, and just there's so many little medical things going on. So it's easier. Next year in 2024, that's my goal. Like no ands, ifs, or buts about it. I'm saving up now so he can go to Tennessee with me. I kind of wanted to take him to Florida so we can go to Disney World without the kids. Yeah, I'm that mom. Mm. I want to go because of the food. I keep like there's this food truck board thing that's on. I forgot something. One of these YouTube or TikTok things, and like Tennessee always wins out, and I'm like, huh, I might need to go to Tennessee for some food. I have tons of family on my mom's side that live there too, but I don't know where in Tennessee. So, um, yeah, Christine, you be loving driving. I'm be like, let me get on a plane. Like, 45 minutes later, like literally, I got off the plane from um North Carolina. It was like whoop whoop, and I was home. I was like, this is awesome. And that's how it is pretty much with Florida. Florida is like a 2-hour flight. That's it. So I hate that. that airport though. That was the only airport I've ever been into where like people like the people that work there did not want to help you. Like they'll like point in some vague direction and you just move on. I'm like, dang, okay. Well, thank you for getting me lost. I've never been to this airport before. So maybe I'll have a different experience this time. But yeah, that's it. So I am going to stuff my face, drink coffee, and I'm going to relax all day because I'm tired. Um, but good tired. And hopefully go to bed early and then start my day of sewing and everything tomorrow. And I'm really excited. Yeah. Don't I mean, if you guys want to drive, I will meet you there by flight. I just think that it saves time. And I actually kind of like flying. I'm not gonna lie. Give me a window seat and I'm in I like love it. But okay, here's a weird thing. If you fly Spirit, even if you get into the big seats, they don't let you put the windows open while you're ascending or descending, right? But Southwest and American Airlines allows you to. I don't understand. So if somebody knows why you can or cannot and why the other airplanes don't do that, I would like to know more because I'm not understanding this. Like you're ascending on steering, all the windows have to be down. So I'm like, okay, and they'll tell you like when the seatbelt release sign, you can open up your windows, right? But Southwest and American Airlines, they never once told you to open or close your windows. So like this has literally been bugging the heck out of me since I've flown back from North Carolina. Oh yeah, no. I will we put some drama meats in you and just put like a sleeping weighted pillow over your eyes and you will be golden, Teresa. You can do it. Okay? We can do it together. Yeah. Yeah, you're very right. You can stop and smell the roses, you can look around. I don't know. I just like it's a time management thing for me. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a really good day and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And happy Juneteenth, everyone. Bye.